Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope your day is going well. Today is National Plan for a Vacation Day, a day to really sit down and start thinking about your next vacation, wherever that might be, and it could not have come at a better time, as recent reports show that the average American leaves about 4 vacation days left at the end of every single year, and about 50% of all American workers never use up all of their allotted vacation days. So to help you plan and actually make a vacation this year, we are now being joined by Candace Towers with Lake Trust Credit Union. Candace, thank you so much for stopping by the Live Desk today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And planning for a vacation, Candace, is a very daunting task. So many people, I mean, that maybe is part of the reason why we've seen these numbers of people leaving vacation days behind, that allotted time off. We all could really use a vacation every now and again. There's so much that goes into them, saving money, knowing the region, just to name a few of the reasons why making a vacation plan can be difficult. So my first question for you, Candace, is really, how does one even start beginning to plan for a vacation? What is that initial step that they need to take to really start that journey?
Well, I would suggest we have to start a budget, like a travel budget. Everybody deserves a vacation, whether it's just a long weekend or a week away. But the budget is going to be essential in planning a trip. A lot of folks will use like the 50-30-20 plan. And what that essentially is where you take your income and 50% of it goes towards your needs, 30% goes towards your wants, and 20% is allocated to some sort of savings. And that could be part of your travel budget. But breaking it down, looking at your monthly expenses to see where you can maybe find some funds to stick in there so that you can start planning right away. I like to use like the money hunt too. If you're on a real tight budget, you can kind of look and you like to go get coffee a few times a week, cutting out those coffees and making it at home and taking the funds that you saved and allocating it to that travel budget helps. But essentially,
there is a lot that really goes into these vacation plannings, Candace, and you did a great job kind of just explaining ways that people can start saving that money. Is budgeting really the first thing that people really need to, I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it, just being able to afford that kind of money, but it also helps to be a little bit realistic. You don't want to necessarily say that you're planning to go overseas, but you're not making nearly enough money to afford that trip over time. It might make more sense to possibly either pick a more reasonable destination or have a better planning strategy, but budgeting really is that first key for you.
Yeah, budgeting is going to be the first key, and then you pick a destination. And like I said, you could do a weekend trip or a long weekend trip. There are ways to cut costs in taking those vacations as well. Like if you're willing to take your vacation in the middle of the week, a lot of times costs are half the price for hotel stays. If you look at things that are going on, if there's a particular place that you like to go, you can participate in community events, and a lot of those are free. It really depends on exactly what you're looking for, but there are definitely ways to save money. If you start saving now, and you even book your flights early, you get a discount for booking your flights early or booking your hotels or your Airbnbs a little bit earlier instead of waiting until the last minute to make those plans.
Mm-hmm. And that kind of leads us into our next question, Candace. Obviously, budgeting, top key for people who are planning to take a vacation, knowing where they want to go and deciding that early on. You mentioned being able to start planning the earlier the better to save yourself some money when planning and costs come into effect there. What are some of the other tips? You know, you guys gave us a great list of some really helpful tips that people can find right now over on our website, woodtv.com as well.
Okay. So make a list because there's different expenses. You want to be ready for all the expenses that could come up. So you want to think about how you're going to get there. So are you going to take a car? Are you going to fly? Maybe take a train? Where do you want to stay? Are you staying at an Airbnb? Are you staying at a hotel? Maybe a bed and breakfast? And then you want to think about dining, or how many meals are you going to eat out while you're on vacation? And then the entertainment that you want that you're looking to do on your vacation. So looking at all of those, and then also looking at the unexpected expenses. So you want to make sure that you allocate like a little bit of a cushion for things that come up that maybe you're not expecting, such as you get to your destination and maybe you forgot to pack some essential things that you might need. So you have to go to the store and purchase those. Those are all things as you make your list of going on to vacation is that you need to put into consideration so that you have a well-round number of what you're budgeting for your vacation.
And Candace, again, wrapping up before we let you go, you mentioned, we talked a lot about budgeting. That's, of course, the key here when trying to plan a vacation, especially a big one with the whole family. There's a lot that goes into there as far as money is concerned. But for you, somebody who is helping people kind of reach these goals of actually taking a vacation, using these allotted days and planning for them, is there any other advice, maybe some things that we're not even really considering at the time, but you know, when they do start to come up as we get closer to the vacation days, or maybe even if we're on vacation, there are things that, you know, maybe we wish we did plan for, or maybe something that else pops up that we're not planning at all?
Yeah, I think getting the excitement around it, I know like your money isn't emotional, it's emotional. And if you make it fun and exciting and you say, okay, this is the goal. You could go on vacation in a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, or a year from now. But getting excited about it, doing your research and looking for those opportunities that you deserve. Everybody deserves to go on vacation.
Right, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Candace, thank you so much for stopping by. I do want to remind everybody one last time that all of the helpful tips that Candace went over can be found right now over on our website, woodtv.com. If you're watching us on Facebook, just click the description box or the comment section. You'll find a link directly there that will take you to that web article. Candace, one last time, thank you so much for stopping by the live desk today. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, and I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.